Hey, welcome. I'm True Yogi and here is a class on focus and clarity of the mind. So if you feel you have a busy mind and can't center your thoughts, then this is the class for you. We're going to start in a kneeling position. So just roll your shoulders down the back and find yourself in a comfortable space. If you want a bolster between your legs, then go ahead, grab that now. Then close the eyes and just come into your body for a moment. So take a couple of breaths to do that. Notice your breath. Notice how your body is feeling today. So take a scan from your head through your neck, your shoulders, your chest, abdomen, through your back and into the pelvis. Scan the thighs, the knees and the calves. If you're holding tension in any of these areas, just take a nice deep breath and then exhale to relax and let it go. Nice. Then bring your right hand in front of your face with your index finger and middle finger in the space between your eyebrows. We're going to take Nadi Shodhana. So this is a really lovely breath for balancing and bringing clarity through the mind and also clearing the channels and balancing left and right brain. So we'll inhale together through the nose. Exhale fully. And then with your next inhale, close the right nostril with your thumb and inhale through your left nostril. At the top of your inhale, close the left nostril with your ring finger. Exhale, right nostril. At the bottom of the exhale, inhale fully, right nostril. At the top of the inhale, close the right nostril with the thumb and exhale, left nostril. Inhale, left nostril. Close the left nostril with the ring finger. Exhale, right nostril. Inhale, right nostril. Close the right nostril with the thumb. Exhale, left nostril. Inhale, left nostril. Close the left nostril with the ring finger. Exhale, right nostril. Inhale, right nostril. Close the right nostril with the thumb. Exhale, left nostril. Inhale, left nostril. Close the left nostril with your ring finger. Exhale, right nostril. Inhale, right nostril. Close the right nostril and exhale, left nostril. Take 3 more rounds in this way with your own breath, your own rhythm. So if you can focus your attention on the space between your eyebrows, so where your fingertips touch your third eye center, this area of deep intuition, wisdom, focus and clarity. It can be useful to imagine the color indigo, deep indigo, blue. Next time you exhale through your left nostril, bring your hands to your knees. And take a couple of breaths just to Feel the effects of the pranayama. Check in with your mind, how it's feeling, whether it's cluttered or busy, or whether perhaps it's a little more focused and still. Just noticing with no judgment, it doesn't matter which. Just checking in with yourself in any state you find yourself in. Great. With your next inhale, take the hands beside the body, draw the palms up towards the ceiling, bring them to touch, interlace the fingers, press the palms away from you, and just gently wiggle side to side here. And then release your hands, take the right hand behind and beside you and lift the hips up off the calves. Press them back down again, take the left hand behind you and again open, lift the hips up. Exhale, settle back down and bring your hands in front of you, come to all fours. I'm going to roll through cat-cow, so inhale, drop the belly button, open the heart space. Exhale, round the spine, tuck your chin to your chest. Inhale to open the body. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Really focus your attention in your body. So feel how it feels to roll through these two positions. Notice your spine and each vertebra responding to the movement. Feel the muscles in your belly expanding and contracting as you inhale and exhale. Lovely. Come back through center, tuck your toes and push your hips up and back, downward dog. Take some deep breaths in your down dog, so bend one knee, then the other. Really work into the backs of the legs gently, scoot the hips side to side. And then find your way into a sense of stillness. So bend your knees as much as you like, and if your heels don't reach the floor, that's totally fine. Externally rotate your upper arms, so wrap the upper arms down towards your ribs. Think about the chest drawing towards the thighs if there's space for it, and just tuck your heels out of sight. So downward dog is great for a full body stretch. It's also an inversion, a lovely inversion, which is so good for finding some relief through the head and neck. So just kind of releasing and bringing some energy and blood to that area. And breathe. Give the head a little nod. Give it a shake gently. And then bend your knees and look forwards. And step the feet in between the hands. Really allow your knees to bend as you cascade the upper body down over the legs. Again, into an inversion. And here I invite you to inhale deeply and exhale with a big sigh through your mouth. Take a couple of breaths here. Then bring your hands beside your body and up behind you. Interlace your fingers and draw the shoulders blades together and the palms away from your body, from your torso, just as far as they'll go. Doesn't matter if they stay close to your torso, just wherever your arms have space for today. Great, then release the arms, bring the hands to the floor and either with the feet hip distance apart or you can heel toe them together. We're going to bend the knees, sit the hips down and back, and sweep the arms up into chair pose. So just take a moment to bring the weight into the heels and lengthen your tailbone. So if you find you're tilting or curving too much, have a feel into that sort of sweet spot where there's length through your vertebra. Soften the shoulders away from your ears. And if it's comfortable in your neck, gaze up between your fingertips. Find a drishti, so a focal point to gaze at. Feel the energy in your arms, in your legs. This fierce pose. And then lengthen the legs, bring the palms to touch and draw your hands down through your heart center. Release your palms. Bring the feet to hip distance apart. And we're going to inhale, sweep up onto the tippy toes and bring the arms high. Engage your core. Exhale, sweep back down, bring the heels to the floor. Inhale, lift onto the tippy toes, arms up. Exhale, lower, nice and controlled. So we're going to take 3 more here with your own breath. Again, it's useful to fix the gaze if you're having trouble with balance and engage that core. We'll do 1 more here. Hold on your tippy toes. Stretch the fingertips away from the toes. Make yourself lovely and long. And then with an exhale, bend the knees and fold down over your legs. Deep breath here. Inhale, sweep up to standing with a flat back, knees bent, palms touch above the head and draw the hands through your heart center. Great, release your palms. We're going to come to a balance tree pose. So press your left foot into the floor, raise your 5 toes of your left foot, spread them out, press them back down again. All 4 corners of your feet shooting down into the floor with like roots plugging you in. Lift through the crown of your head and then either take your right toe to the floor, might be enough, or bring the foot to the calf, or you can take your right hand to your ankle and press the foot into the inner calf and the calf into the inner foot, avoiding your knee, the thigh. So really press the knee out towards the back of the room, so sort of behind you to open through the hips. Engage your core and lengthen the crown of the head. Find a drishti or a focal point. So somewhere where you can maintain a soft yet focused gaze. Two more breaths here. And then bring the knee back through center and step back into high lunge, so onto the ball of your back foot. Raise the arms up, scissor the hips, nice stretch into that right hip flexor. And then turn your back heel 90 degrees for warrior 2. So if you need to adjust your stance here, then go ahead. Front foot facing forward, back foot sideways. Roll the shoulder blades down the back and away from the ears, and keep this left knee bent over your ankle. Then find your focus. So bring your gaze over your front middle finger and take some deep breaths here. Fix your gaze. Feel your body in space. Engage your core. Feel your power, your warrior power. Great. Take the back hand down the back of the leg, avoiding any pressure in the knee, and reverse your warrior. And then float forwards, bring the hands to the mat, step back, plank position, hold for 2 breaths in plank. So zip your body up from your legs, through the pelvis, up to the sternum. Lengthen the crown of the head away from the heels. And then drop the knees. And we're going to come all the way down through the chin and the chest. Inhale into a low cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes. Push up and back. Downward facing dog. Deep breath in down dog. Inhale. Exhale with a sigh. And then raise your right leg up and back. Bend your right knee, pop the right hip on top of the left. So opening up through that right hip flexor. And then level the hips back off and take the right foot through. We're going to step off the right foot into warrior 3. So body in a horizontal line, draw the belly in towards the spine and the arms come beside you like a cape. If your leg isn't horizontal, that's fine. Just spread those toes. This right leg can be bent. Gaze down at the floor for a breath. And then inhale, rise up, hug the left knee in. And with your left hand on your left knee, open that knee out to the side, so like a gate. Right hand to your hip to keep the pelvis level. Lovely. Bring the knee back through center and replace it on the floor. Find Tadasana. And we're going to inhale, sweep the arms up and come onto your tippy toes. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And take 3 more of these with your own breath. Lovely. And we're going to take it to the other side. So plant your right foot into the floor. Feel those roots shooting down into the earth for stability and grounding. And then take your foot to the other side. So again, choose where it wants to be. Take the inner sole of the foot to the leg and then use those opposing forces to keep the leg there and draw the left knee out behind you. If you want to raise your arms up, then do go ahead, your choice, or have them at your heart center or on your hips if that feels better. Find a focal point. Engage your core and stay with your breath. Deep breaths. And then bring your hands back together at heart center and step the left foot back. So draw it in through center and step back. High lunge. Draw the arms up. Feel that nice stretch into the hips. Right hip back, left hip forwards. And then turn the back heel and gaze over your front middle finger for warrior 2. If you look down at your right knee, you should be able to see your big toe on the inside edge of it. So we're opening the hips out now. And feel your body, feel grounded through your feet, strong in the legs. Zip up through the core. And then find focus as you gaze over that front arm, feeling into your physical and energetic presence. Deep breaths. Great, and then with your next inhale, flip the front palm and take the back hand down the back of the leg. Reverse your warrior. And then float the hands down to frame the front foot, step back, plank position. Stay engaged and energized in your plank. And then come down to the knees and sit the hips down and back. For child's pose, bring your forehead to the floor and just rest that third eye center onto your mat. Maybe just gently rock side to side as you rest in your child's pose. So just massaging that space between your eyebrows. Keep the attention in the body and the breath if you can. Whenever your mind starts to wander, just gently invite it back in to the breath and the body. With your next inhale, peel forwards, tuck your toes, push the hips up and back, down dog. Deep breath. And raise your left leg up and back. Bend your left knee and pop the left hip up. So lifting that left knee up towards the sky. And the left toes towards your right wrist. Level the hips back off and take the foot through the hands. Step off that foot into warrior three. So kick the right leg back. You can bring your hands to your heart center beside you like a cape, or maybe you want to take them out in front of you to challenge your core and your balance even further. One more breath here. And then rise up to standing. Hug your right knee in. Bring the hands to the knee and open that hip out to the side. Left hand to your left hip, or you can take it beside you for balance. Your choice. Bring the knee back through center. Step the feet down. And again, either with the feet hip distance or the toes touching. We're going to sweep the hips down and back, bend the knees and raise the arms up. Chair pose. Lengthen your tailbone. Soften your shoulders. And then ever so slowly, settle down to seated. And cross the legs. Welcome to sit on a block if you want to sit on a block. Take the hands to your knees, and if you'd like to take chin mudra, then index finger and thumb touching. Close the eyes and just feel your body. Check in with your mind. Notice if there's any difference in the quality of the mind, any variation. Keep the breath long and smooth. Feel any sensations in your skin, maybe under your skin, just any sensations that might be occurring, maybe not. Either way is great, just noticing what is or isn't there. Maybe you feel an energetic field or kinetic energy through the body. Check in with your pulse, your breath. And then release. We're going to come down to lying on our back. So come all the way down, bring the legs up towards the sky, soles of the feet flexed. Knees can be bent if they need to be, that's fine. Just keep the ankles over the hips if possible. Hands can be on your tummy or beside your body. So this is waterfall, a nice inversion to finish. If you'd rather take any other inversion, headstand, handstand, pincher, or shoulder stand, where you lift the hips up off the floor and raise the toes. If you're in shoulder stand, then just keep your neck really still. So just gaze up over your toes. Again, keep the mind focused in the body. Find a drishti and keep the gaze still. It helps still the mind when the gaze is focused and still. And then when you're ready, lower down from your inversion, whichever one you choose. Hug the knees into the chest. And then bring your head up towards your knees. Make yourself into a ball. And then relax everything, unravel, and open the body out for final resting pose, Savasana. So close the eyes and just now release any sense of control, any sense of holding on. Let the breath return to its natural state and your fingertips be soft, your toes relaxed. Give the jaw a wiggle. Allow your mind to just settle over the body. Feel the floor beneath you, feeling grounded and supported. And let yourself be still for these last few moments of practice. You are welcome to stay here for as long as you like, as long as you need, as long as you have time for. If you're ready to come out of Savasana, then just wiggle your fingers, your toes. Maybe gently rock the head side to side. Bring the arms up overhead, stretch your fingers away from your toes, or maybe it feels good to hug the knees into the chest. And then roll over to either side and find your way slowly And carefully up to seated. Find a comfortable seat when you get there and bring the palms together at heart center in Anjali Mudra. Feeling calm, focus and clarity. Take a deep breath in. Exhale fully. Big sigh through the mouth. Inhale. Exhale, sigh. One last breath. Inhale. Exhale, sigh to release. Bow your head to your hands. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me. I hope that you feel focused and ready to concentrate on whatever you need to do without any distraction, and the mind feels a little calmer and more centered. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Lots of love.